It always cracks me up how people will spend 40 grand on an SUV because the ambient lighting looks cool at night, then lose their mind when the repair bills start showing up before 100,000 miles. Screens get old fast, a dependable drivetrain doesn't. That's exactly why Consumer Reports' long-term data matters way more than whatever shiny feature list is trending in 2026. This is Scott from CarlandTV, and instead of talking about what looks good on the lot, we're talking about the SUVs that still feel like a smart decision years later, when most buyers are either grateful or full of regret. Subaru Forester. Bad weather has a way of exposing whether an SUV was actually engineered for real life or just designed to look good in a showroom, and this is exactly where the Forester quietly separates itself. Rain-soaked highways, rough pavement, uneven provincial roads, early morning commutes when visibility is less than ideal, this is the kind of environment where a vehicle either earns trust or loses it fast. Consumer Reports keeps rating it highly because it consistently proves itself in the places people actually drive every day, not just in a polished dealer lot. The reason this model keeps staying relevant is how little mental effort it asks from the driver. The sightlines are excellent. The upright seating position keeps long drives from becoming tiring, and Subaru's standard all-wheel drive system gives the kind of planted confidence that makes ugly weather feel less like a problem. A lot of newer SUVs chase style so hard that basic usability starts getting sacrificed, but the Forester still feels built around ease and predictability. The part that really keeps people loyal is how naturally it fits into daily life. Morning traffic, school drop-offs, highway merges, wet roads, broken surfaces. It handles all of it with a kind of quiet competence that becomes more valuable over time. Instead of feeling like something you need to constantly think about, it fades into the background in the best possible way, and that low-stress ownership experience is exactly why it keeps ending up in driveways year after year. Subaru Crosstrek. Tight parking garages, uneven city streets, and the kind of sudden rain that turns side roads into shallow ponds are exactly where the Crosstrek starts making a strong case for itself. This is not one of those crossovers that only feels good on a smooth dealership route and then becomes annoying to live with once real life kicks in. The appeal shows up in the daily grind, when you need something easy to place in traffic but still capable enough to handle rougher road conditions without feeling fragile or undersized. The footprint works in its favor more than people initially realize. It slips into crowded urban spaces without turning every errand into a three-point turn exercise, yet it still carries enough ground clearance and standard all-wheel drive confidence to deal with potholes, broken pavement, flooding, and rough surfaces that would make some rivals feel nervous. That balance is a huge reason Consumer Reports keeps rating it so highly for long-term ownership. A lot of compact crossovers in this class lean heavily into styling, but this one feels like it was designed around how people actually move through their day. Versatility is really where it separates itself. Commute during the week, grocery run in the evening, weekend drive out of town, or the occasional dirt road detour, it handles all of those without feeling like it was built for only one purpose. The part that sticks with people over time is how little compromise it asks for. It stays comfortable, easy to maneuver, and surprisingly composed over rougher roads, and that everyday adaptability is exactly what makes owners hold on to these much longer than the average lease cycle. Toyota Grand Highlander. The fastest way to regret buying a 3-row SUV is realizing the third row only works for emergencies. That's where the Toyota Grand Highlander immediately separates itself from a lot of the segment. Consumer Reports keeps rating it highly because it solves one of the biggest real-world frustrations families run into. Space that looks generous in a brochure but falls apart once adults, kids, bags, and daily errands all collide in the same cabin. The extra size over the standard Highlander is not just a number on a spec sheet. With about 6.5 inches more overall length and noticeably improved third-row legroom, adults can actually sit in the back without feeling like they drew the short straw. Cargo space also jumps to over 20 cubic feet behind the third row, which means luggage, groceries, or sports gear can still fit without instantly folding seats down. That difference becomes obvious the first time the whole family piles in for a road trip. Powertrain choice also helps support the long-term ownership argument. The turbocharged 2.4-liter setup makes around 265 horsepower, while the hybrid variant pushes efficiency into the mid-30 miles per gallon range, which is excellent for something this size. That mix of usable space, respectable power, and lower fuel anxiety is exactly why this feels less like a short-term purchase and more like something families can comfortably keep for years. Lexus NX. Luxury usually feels easy to justify on the day you buy it. The harder part is still feeling good about that decision years later. Once the payments are gone, the mileage is climbing, and the vehicle has become part of your everyday routine. That's exactly where the Lexus NX keeps separating itself from a lot of premium compact SUVs. Consumer Reports continues to rate it highly because it manages to hold on to the upscale experience without bringing along the ownership anxiety that often shadows this segment. Daily use is where this one quietly earns loyalty. Morning commutes, late-night errands, weekend drives, and long highway stretches all feel genuinely comfortable without the cabin starting to feel tired or over-designed after the novelty wears off. The seats tend to hold up well. The interior materials still feel premium years into ownership, and even the way the doors close gives off that solid, well-built impression people expect from the badge. Underneath that polished feel, Toyota's engineering DNA does a lot of heavy lifting. Whether it's the turbocharged setup or the hybrid returning close to the high, 30s miles per gallon in mixed driving, the appeal is how little it asks from the owner beyond routine maintenance. The bigger win is peace. Instead of constantly wondering when the next expensive surprise is waiting around the corner, the NX usually gives owners something much rarer in the luxury space: confidence. Strong resale, low ownership drama, and a cabin that still feels expensive long after the showroom glow fades all help explain why this one stays in driveways far longer than many of its rivals. BMW X5. A BMW badge in a long-term ownership conversation still makes some people raise an eyebrow, and honestly, that reaction is part of why the X5 deserves to be here. A lot of buyers still carry the old assumption that every German luxury SUV turns into a repair bill the moment the warranty ends. Consumer Reports has been far kinder to the X5 than that stereotype suggests. And for owners who stay disciplined with maintenance, this thing can age far better than people expect. The reason it keeps earning loyalty is not hard to understand once you spend real time with it. Daily driving still feels distinctly more planted and connected than most mid-size luxury SUVs in the segment. The steering keeps that familiar BMW weight, the chassis remains composed on long highway drives, and even years into ownership, it tends to avoid the soft, tired feeling that some rivals develop. Under the hood, the turbocharged inline-six, making around 375 horsepower in newer trims, gives it more than enough confidence for highway merges, loaded family trips, and effortless passing without ever feeling strained. The appeal here is less about low-maintenance simplicity and more about the way it still feels rewarding to drive years later. The X5 asks for more attention than something from Lexus or Toyota, and that part needs to be said honestly. Cooling system upkeep, suspension wear items, and regular oil service matter here. Stay ahead of those. And the payoff is a luxury SUV that still feels engaging long after a lot of rivals start feeling numb and disconnected. Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Fuel costs have a way of following you long after the excitement of buying a new SUV wears off. And that's exactly why the RAV4 Hybrid keeps making more sense the longer it stays in the driveway. Consumer Reports continues to rate it highly because it solves one of the most practical ownership concerns people actually feel every week: the cost of using the vehicle every single day. This is one of those SUVs where the value becomes clearer not on day one, but month after month when the fuel receipts stay lower than expected. Daily life is where this thing quietly proves itself. Commutes, school runs, grocery trips, weekend drives, and the occasional longer highway stretch all fit naturally into what it does best: the hybrid system, built around Toyota's proven 2.5-liter setup, stays smooth and almost invisible in the way it works, which is exactly what most long-term owners want. With fuel economy often landing in the high 30s to low 40s miles per gallon range in mixed driving, it keeps ownership costs low without asking the driver to change how they use it. That kind of ease matters far more after year 3 than it does during the first test drive. The stronger argument here is financial peace over time. Resale value tends to stay strong. Routine maintenance is generally straightforward, and the hybrid system has already built a reputation for longevity that gives buyers real confidence. Instead of feeling like something people rush to replace once the warranty expires, the RAV4 Hybrid tends to stay in driveways because it keeps rewarding the original decision every time it saves money and avoids unnecessary drama. Toyota Highlander Hybrid. The usual frustration with a 3-row SUV is that something always gives. Either the third row feels like an afterthought, the fuel economy gets ugly the moment family life kicks in, or the vehicle starts feeling expensive to justify once the daily routine settles in. The Highlander Hybrid keeps earning its place because it removes a lot of that compromise. Consumer Reports continues to rate it highly, and a big reason is that it gives families the space they actually need without making ownership feel like a constant financial trade-off. Think about the way most families actually use something like this: school drop-offs in the morning, grocery runs after work, weekend sports bags, airport pickups, road trips with relatives, and the occasional full cabin load where every seat actually matters. This is where the Highlander Hybrid starts separating itself. The third row is usable enough for kids and shorter adults. The cabin layout makes loading people and bags much less of a headache, and the overall size still stays manageable enough for normal daily driving. Where it really starts proving itself is over time. Toyota's proven too. 5-liter hybrid system still returns mid-30s miles per gallon in mixed driving, which is excellent for a 3-row SUV, and a huge reason the long-term ownership math keeps working in its favor. More importantly, it doesn't ask families to choose between practicality and efficiency. Strong resale, low maintenance drama, and a powertrain that already has a solid durability reputation all help explain why these tend to stay in driveways for years instead of becoming another trade-in after the warranty expires.